in line, and we were both waiting for government checks, but he got his and I didn't. Very funny man. Put your hands together for bipolar Brian Johnson.
Woo!
I know we're all in shock about the events in the news of the past month. I just don't know what we've come to as a society, what kind of world we're living in. Like, Honey Boo Boo's mom is going to be in Hustler.
Oh.
Okay.
No, but that would be a good Onion article. But honestly, after the Sandy Hook shooting, the first thing Fox News did was go out and say violent video games were responsible. Now, I play video games. I've played them for the past 25 years. I know all there is to know about them. And honestly, there has never been a video game we go shoot up in elementary school. That's more of Fox News bullshit. And then Mike Huckabee said that it was because we took God out of schools. Now, I went to a Catholic school 2nd to 7th grade. And honestly, Catholic school kids are a lot meaner than public school kids are. I had to shit all the time, and I got picked on for it. I constantly had to use the bathroom. And that was a forbidden thing to do because we all know that Christians don't poop. My final thought about the shooting is, why do these psychopaths always have to go kill innocent people? Why can't someone go shoot up Westboro Baptist Church?
Woo! Yeah!
People wonder what my sexual orientation is. For the record, I'm mostly straight. I know when a guy's good looking, but I don't want to fuck him because I don't like penis! But you know, I wonder. Or I'll use time to laugh, right? Back me. You know what I wonder? If I get famous and die, will Westboro Baptist Church protest at my funeral? Personally, I want to wait till the founder of Westboro Baptist Church, Michael Phelps, dies and protest at Michael Phelps' funeral. We'll even have a barbecue, wet t-shirt contest, and a gay pride parade on it. Oops, did I say Michael Phelps? I meant Fred Phelps. But I'll give Westboro Baptist Church credit for one thing. How many liberals do we have in here? How many conservatives? How many libertarians? As divided as America is right now across party lines, Westboro Baptist Church is a domestic enemy we can all agree on.
Yep.
Anyways, I'm bipolar Brian Johnson, otherwise known as the Dexter of the Chicago comedy scene. I've taken some crap from people who call myself bipolar Brian Johnson. They say stuff like, you call yourself bipolar Brian Johnson. That's why you don't get any pussy. Shut up. I haven't been getting pussy long before I started calling myself bipolar Brian Johnson. And not to mention, I've had a lot of bipolar people friend request me on Facebook. They type in bipolar on the search engine, my name shows up. So I become a hero to them. So I become the Harvey Milk of bipolar community. I got punched in the face last week. I asked a woman if she was pregnant and she wasn't. So I said, you don't look fat. You just seem like the kind of woman who gets around. Some people. Hurricane Sandy has come and gone. I'm a little disappointed. It hit New Jersey pretty hard. It didn't kill the cast of Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore's and it just wrapped up its final season. I'm kind of glad America just got less retarded. But two of the characters on it, and they are characters because that show is less realistic than Full House, have their own shows, Snooki and one of the other characters. And last year at WrestleMania, Snooki did pretty good as a wrestler. So I think when people get sick of her, she should join the WWE full time. She could go far. She could be the next Chris Benoit. I'm a little disappointed finding out Elmo was a pedophile after all these years. I've been this hurt since the first abuse allegations about Michael Jackson came out 20 years ago. But you know what I don't get about Michael Jackson's first abuse allegations? At the time, he was like a good-looking white woman. That was before he overdid his plastic surgery and started looking like an alien. So, I don't see what that first victim was complaining about. That's like being the 12-year-old who gets a score with your hot teacher. I grew up in Antioch, Illinois, a white trash town just south of the Wisconsin border. I was homeless after 9/11. I got kicked out of the homeless shelter in Kenosha. It was the summer after 9/11. So I had to walk from Kenosha to Antioch. And I was wearing I was out in the sun for a while. My skin turned brown. And then I was wearing a black shirt and I had a pounding headache and I wrapped it around my head and I went to a gas station. It looked like I was wearing a black turban. And then I turn around, there's 4 cop cars behind me like, yeah, we got a report that you look kind of suspicious. And when they saw my last name was Johnson, they realized there was no way I could possibly be a terrorist. So if you're going to be Arab or look Arab, don't go to Antioch, Illinois. Because there, if it's not white, it ain't right. How am I doing on time? All right. I have a lot of woman problems. It seems every girl I get involved with either is a prostitute, was a prostitute, or thought about being a prostitute. My last girlfriend, she wasn't really my girlfriend. She just had me acting as her boyfriend for a year. I would have to buy her stuff and pay her rent, and I wasn't getting any pussy in return. And one time after I paid her rent, I decided to go out and buy a video game, Batman Arkham City. And she goes, "I wonder why you don't get any pussy." And it was a really fun game. It was a lot more fun than she was. Kinda funny, not as funny as my other stuff, yeah. Thanks. But we don't talk anymore because she went off to Colorado and I was watching her cats, her felines, no section. I know it might sound sexual, but I was watching her cats and she said she wasn't coming back because she got back together with her ex-boyfriend who she always used to obsess about, which is why she couldn't commit to me. So she wanted me to cast at a shelter and I couldn't afford that, so I just set the cats free. And then she came back and now she feels betrayed by me. And then after I got done with her, I was on Plenty of Fish, and there was this girl I met, at least I'm pretty sure she was a girl. She was a legal alien. She had a nice body, but she kind of had a guy's face. And I went over to her place in Kenosha and I fucked her in the ass. Oh. And then I look at her Plenty of Fish profile, and then she says she's a cross-dressing. So then I was freaking out that I asked fucking transsexual or hermaphrodite. Then I picked her brain a little bit and found out she just likes being fucked like a guy. So I don't get it. Chicks only want me to fuck them in the ass, never the pussy. I'm gonna let it on that. You guys were great. Peace.
Bipolar Brian Johnson.
Yeah.
We get money from the state.